Are we living in the final chapters of Earth's history? As global events unfold with stunning rapidity, ancient prophecies from the Bible appear to come alive, predicting these very times. Today on DecodeVale, we delve into the 6 biblical signs that suggest the second coming of Christ may be nearer than we think. From wars and natural disasters to the rise of global leaders and unprecedented technological advancements, each sign offers a piece of the puzzle. But what do these signs truly mean for us today? And how should we prepare for what's to come? If you're intrigued by these questions, you're in the right place. Hit the like button, subscribe to DecodeVale, and ring the notification bell to join our community as we explore deep spiritual truths and prophetic insights that help us navigate these complex times together. Stay tuned as we uncover the signs of the times, right after this. Wars and rumors of wars. In an age where the drumbeat of war grows ever louder, we find ourselves at a crossroads of history and prophecy. Wars and rumors of wars, these are not just headlines, they are ancient forecasts, carved into the very fabric of Scripture. Today, these words echo across our globe with striking clarity and a sense of urgent reality. Imagine, for a moment, the world as it stands. Nations poised on the brink, each whisper of conflict blooming into a potential inferno. The Bible spoke of this, a time when war would become almost mundane, a frequent shadow over daily life. It told us of tensions, of kingdoms rising against kingdoms, where peace seems as fragile as glass under a hammer. Yet, this isn't just about military battles. It's about the wars within countries, communities, even within our own hearts. Conflict permeates, from the highest governmental echelons down to our personal interactions. Jesus warned us of this not to incite fear, but to prepare us, to steel our spirits against the inevitable tumult of an unraveling world. But why, one might ask, do these wars matter? They matter because they are the birth pains of a new reality, a profound transformation of the world as we know it. They are signs, not just of destruction, but of creation, a harsh genesis of what is yet to come. As we witness these conflicts, both near and far, let us not be overwhelmed. Instead, let us see them as markers on the path towards something greater. Each conflict, each report of instability, is not just a moment of fear but a call to awareness and a reminder of the enduring truth of prophetic words. In this time of wars and rumors of wars, our challenge is to remain vigilant and informed, to live with our eyes open not only to the dangers but also to the opportunities for peace and reconciliation. Let us not be passive observers but active participants in forging a future where, despite the shadows of war, hope can still take root and flourish. Remember, these are not just signs of an end, but signals of a beginning. 2 great earthquakes and natural disasters. The earth shakes, the ground beneath us trembles, and the skies darken with the fury of storms unbound. These are not mere misfortunes, they are clarions of a coming age, spoken of long before by prophets in the solitude of their communion with the divine. As the earth heaves and splits, as the winds howl with the voices of ages past, we find ourselves witnesses to the prophecies of old, great earthquakes and natural disasters, markers of profound upheaval and transformation. Consider, if you will, the recent tremor that reshaped landscapes across regions thought to be stable, safe. Homes, lives, and dreams were upturned in moments that seemed to drag out into eternity for those caught in the maelstrom. But as we sift through the debris, there's a deeper narrative unfolding, one etched in the annals of Scripture. These seismic events, these ferocious storms, are not just catastrophes, they are the birth pains of a new world order, the harbingers of a new epoch. Visualize the maps, the charts that show the fault lines, not just of the earth but of our understanding. Each line a fracture in the old way of seeing, each epicenter a pulse of awakening. These graphics, simple yet stark, lay bare the truth of our times. They are not just data points, they are the echoes of prophecy. Amid these trials, stories of resilience emerge. Communities coming together, finding in the rubble not just the remnants of what was but the seeds of what might be. A town ravaged by floods, its people returning, rebuilding, not just homes but their very spirit. It is here, in these acts of rebuilding, that we see the true nature of these disasters, not as ends, but as beginnings. These events challenge us to look beyond the destruction, to see the potential for renewal. As the ground shifts, so too must our perceptions. What emerges from the chaos is not just a reminder of our vulnerabilities but a call to greater awareness and preparation. In recognizing the prophetic significance of these upheavals, we find not despair but a directive to forge ahead, to lay the foundations of a new era built on the lessons learned from the old. In the tremble of the earth and the storm's cry, listen closely, there lies a message of renewal, of rebirth, a testament to the enduring power of hope amidst the tumult of transformation. 3. Widespread apostasy and cooling of faith. In an era marked by rapid secularization, the landscape of faith undergoes a profound metamorphosis. Across the globe, echoes of ancient warnings resonate, scriptures that spoke of a time when the fervor of belief would wane, when many would turn their backs on the sanctuaries of old. This widespread apostasy, a cooling of faith, foretold long ago, unfolds in the heart of communities once steeped in spiritual tradition. Take, for instance, the quiet streets of a European town, where churches that stood as pillars of community for centuries now see more visitors on historical tours than in weekly worship. Or consider the vibrant cities of Asia, where rapid technological advancement and economic boom usher in a new ethos, one that prizes material gain over spiritual depth. These are not isolated phenomena but part of a broader narrative that paints a picture of a world, drifting slowly but inexorably away from its spiritual moorings. Yet, within these challenges lies a profound purification. As the chaff is winnowed from the wheat, so too is the essence of true faith distilled. In places where adversity strikes hardest, the resilience of a purified church begins to shine. Stories emerge of small congregations, perhaps diminished in number but deepened in conviction, forging paths of impact that ripple out far beyond their immediate geographic confines. In Latin America, amidst political turmoil and societal upheaval, faith communities mobilize not only for spiritual revival, but also as pivotal forces in humanitarian aid and social justice. Their faith, tested by the fires of adversity, becomes a beacon to those around them, drawing more to the cause not through coercion but through the compelling nature of their action and integrity. This phenomenon of cooling yet concentrating faith forces us to reconsider what it means to be a community of believers in the modern age. It challenges the faithful to be more than adherents to a set of doctrines, it calls them to be active exemplars of their beliefs, engaged in the real and often messy dynamics of the world around them. As we observe these shifts, the scriptural predictions of apostasy and cooling faith serve not as a cause for despair but as a clarion call to those remaining, to rise and refine their purpose, to extend their impact in ways that resonate deeply in a changing world. Thus, the narrative of apostasy is twinned with a tale of awakening, a story of a faith that refuses to be quenched by the spreading secular shadows. For the rise of a global leader, the Antichrist in the unfolding tapestry of world events, the figure of the Antichrist looms as a shadowy archetype, foretold by ancient prophecies. Scripture paints this figure not merely as a man, but as a symbol of ultimate deception, a charismatic leader whose rise to global influence heralds pivotal moments in prophetic timelines. The concept of the Antichrist embodies the convergence of allure and authority, wielding a charm that can sway nations and bend wills. This leader is predicted to manipulate political, economic, and social currents to forge a path that may seem promising yet is fraught with peril. The scriptures warn of such a leader, one who presents solutions to global crises, perhaps even spearheading movements towards peace and unity under precarious pretenses. Today, the world stage is ripe for the emergence of such a figure. Geopolitical shifts, a fracturing European Union, the reassertion of nationalism, the recalibration of power in the East, create vacuums often filled by those with both vision and a veneer of virtue. As we witness the rise of leaders who command attention and devotion, the archetype of the Antichrist instructs us to look deeper, to question the alignment of charismatic leadership with true ethical and moral grounding. This speculative connection does not aim to label or accuse but to prompt vigilance. It is not to say that any current leader is the Antichrist described in biblical prophecy, but rather to illuminate the types of conditions that could allow such a figure to emerge. In observing the global arena, we see not only individuals but entire movements that could potentially fulfill such prophecies, should we fail to heed the warnings of history and scripture. The Antichrist's rise is theorized to be not just a testament to the power of individual charisma, but a reflection of broader societal desires for easy solutions to complex problems. As populations grow weary of traditional governance and disillusioned with the status quo, the allure of a definitive and dynamic leader becomes increasingly potent. Understanding the prophetic archetype of the Antichrist compels us to scrutinize the interplay of charisma and power, urging a discernment that looks beyond surface charm to the foundational values and intentions that underpin leadership. It invites us to maintain a critical eye on the global stage, prepared to recognize the subtleties of deception and the profound consequences of following a path paved by it. In this way, the prophecy serves as a cautionary guide, informing our perceptions of leadership in a rapidly changing world and reminding us of the enduring need for wisdom in governance. 5. The abomination of desolation. At the heart of biblical prophecy, nestled within the solemn texts of Daniel and echoed by Jesus in the New Testament, lies the stark portent known as the abomination of desolation. This forewarning speaks to a profound defilement of the sacred, an intrusion so grievous that it catalyzes an era of unparalleled distress, particularly in Jerusalem, the city at the spiritual epicenter of the world. Daniel first introduces this prophecy, describing an abomination that brings desolation to the holy place. Jesus later reaffirms and expands upon this ominous sign, speaking directly to his disciples on the Mount of Olives. He paints a vivid picture of the future, a time when an egregious act will stand as a clear signal to the faithful that the most trying times are upon them. Visual aids come into play here, enhancing our understanding and interpretation of these prophecies. Through detailed charts and timelines, we can trace the historical context and potential future scenarios where this prophecy might manifest. Graphical depictions of the temple in Jerusalem, alongside overlays of historical invasions and desecrations, help to illustrate how past events might shadow future fulfillments. This sign, the abomination of desolation, is not merely historical but vibrantly relevant. It serves as a warning: when the sacred space is violated, when that which is held most holy is profaned, the faithful must be especially vigilant and prepared. The specific nature of this abomination is debated among scholars, but its impact is universally acknowledged. It will be a signal, clear and unmistakable, that the end times are accelerating. In considering this, we are reminded to observe not just the events themselves but the contexts in which they unfold. The prophecy compels us to watch for shifts in religious, political, and societal lines in Jerusalem and beyond, interpreting these movements as part of a broader divine narrative. Thus, the abomination of desolation stands as a cornerstone of prophetic vigilance. It is a call to the faithful to discern the signs of the times, to prepare spiritually and morally for the challenges ahead. As we delve deeper into understanding this prophecy, we do so with a solemn commitment to awareness, ensuring that when the signs manifest, we are not caught unaware but are ready to face what comes with faith and fortitude. 6. Marked increase in knowledge and travel. In the visions of Daniel, foretold centuries ago, there was a prophecy of an age marked by a remarkable surge in knowledge and travel. This ancient prophet spoke of a time when knowledge would increase and people would move to and fro across the earth with unprecedented ease. Today, we witness this prophecy unfolding, as technological advancements and globalization redefine the very fabric of human existence. The dawn of the digital era has ushered in an explosion of information unlike anything previously imagined. Data streams in real time, encircling the globe, connecting distant lands and diverse cultures. The Internet, a vast repository of human knowledge, is accessible from almost any point on the planet, often with just a simple tap on a screen. This increase in knowledge has transformed societies, economies, and governments, propelling humanity into a new era of enlightenment and challenge. Similarly, the realm of travel has expanded beyond the constraints of old. Air travel, once a luxury of the few, is now a commonplace endeavor for the masses. High-speed trains and expanding urban transit networks make mobility more fluid, shrinking the world and broadening the scope of individual horizons. People traverse vast distances for work, leisure, and necessity, fulfilling Daniel's vision of increased movement across the earth. Yet, these developments carry both secular and spiritual implications. The vast access to knowledge has challenged traditional doctrines and beliefs, prompting a re-evaluation of faith and morality among many. In the spiritual realm, this has led to both revival and skepticism, as believers and seekers alike grapple with the implications of a world where information is both liberating and overwhelming. Moreover, the ease of travel has fostered a mingling of cultures and ideas, but also a dispersal of communities, affecting how faith is practiced and perceived. Churches and spiritual communities find themselves at a crossroads, tasked with maintaining identity and continuity, in an age where their congregants are but visitors passing through. As we reflect on these modern developments through the lens of Daniel's prophecy, we see not just fulfillment, but also a call to adapt. This marked increase in knowledge and travel challenges us to understand more deeply, to engage more fully with the world around us, and to discern wisely the path that leads towards truth. The prophecy was not merely a prediction but a preparation, guiding us to navigate this new world with eyes open to both its vast potential and its profound challenges. As we reflect on the signs discussed today, from wars and rumors of wars to the profound increases in knowledge and travel, we see the threads of ancient prophecies weaving through the fabric of our contemporary world. Each sign, each unfolding event, serves as a beacon, guiding us through these turbulent times with the wisdom of Scripture. These are not mere markers of doom but signals of a divine plan at work, reminding us to remain vigilant, prepared, and spiritually engaged. Let us then approach these signs not with fear but with a fortified faith, ready to meet the challenges and opportunities of an era that, day by day, draws us closer to profound revelations. Thank you for joining us on DecodeVale. Remember to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. What signs do you see unfolding, and how are you preparing? Stay vigilant, stay informed, and above all, stay anchored in faith.